burning your laces like Messi makes you better at soccer. Taking an ice-cold bath filled with ice cubes like Ronaldo helps to never get injured. Or even Neymar said that this soccer ball does not move like a normal ball. These are just 3 soccer myths among many others that we are going to test today. Our goal is to find out if these football myths are true or false. Let's start with the myth of Lamine Yamal's laceless cleats. According to Lamine Yamal, laceless cleats allow for much better striking than cleats with laces. And to check if this myth is true or false, what I'm suggesting is that you start by taking 2 shots with cleats with laces. Classic cleats that we are used to using. Then you will take 2 shots with Lamine Yamal's cleats without laces. And we're going to see from these 4 shots which scored the most goals. The laceless cleats or the cleats with laces?
Oh, now I understand better why Yamal uses laceless cleats. For him, he feels the ball better and hits better shots with it.
Exactly. But we'll see if Yamal is telling the truth or lying by testing it right away.
And we start by pulling with the cleats with laces. Let's go. First shot, guys, with cleats with laces, it's top corner. And second shot, guys, it's missed, so 1 shot out of 2. And now I've put on the cleats without laces, and we'll see if the myth of Yamal is true or not. Let's go. First shot, guys, it's well placed. It's a goal. And second shot, guys, it's a goal again. With the laceless cleats, you really feel the ball well. The myth of Yamal that says you feel the ball better and make better strikes with laceless cleats than with laced cleats is true.
There is a myth that says there is a problem with this jersey. That myth was created by Tony Cruz. Cruz number 8. So, what's the issue with this jersey according to you?
Guys, it's a Real Madrid jersey. It's nice. It's white, which means it's the original color of Real Madrid. And there's the little sponsor, Adidas. For me, there's nothing problematic about this jersey.
Are you there? There's absolutely nothing?
Nothing changes, just ordinary jerseys, guys.
Okay, but Tony Cruz doesn't agree at all. Because there is a myth that says Tony Cruz hates this jersey for one single reason. That's what's here, the jersey collar. In an interview, Tony Cruz spoke and said that he hated jerseys with a collar like this one. For him, it doesn't look enough like a soccer jersey. It looks more like a polo shirt and more like an outfit for going out rather than playing soccer. So he doesn't approve of this jersey at all.
It's true that, guys, the collar on a jersey is not great. I think when Cruz used to play there, it must have been itchy. It must have bothered him because it's thick on your neck.
Well, you know what? Since today we are here to check if the myths are true or not, I'm going to try the swimsuit and see if it itches me. I just put on this Real Madrid jersey with the collar like Tony Cruz. Guys, I can tell you something. This is one of the most comfortable jerseys I've tried. It's so good.
Is it true?
Absolutely nothing bothers me. The texture of the jersey is cool, and the collar doesn't itch me or anything at all. For me, honestly, this myth is false. The next football legend is Erling Haaland, who brought it home. And that myth is that Haaland, instead of drinking regular milk like all of us, drinks raw milk.
Are we drinking boiled milk?
You really didn't understand anything? Milk is raw milk. Raw milk is milk that comes straight from the cow. This means that there was no chemical transformation. There's the cow, there's the milk. Straight into the bottle, and it's drunk straight by Haaland. There is no traffic. There is nothing.
He's a madman. He's a Viking. Early in the morning, he goes to get some cow's milk.
And that milk, you can only get it at the farm. So this is what I did. I brought raw milk just like Haaland drinks every morning. And we're going to test to see if it's healthier than regular milk. What I suggest we do is test raw milk and regular milk and see the difference.
Okay, all right.
Here's regular milk, and there's raw milk. Let's try the regular milk first. We already know it, right? It's the milk we drink every morning.
Sure, it's the one we use for cereal. Let's go. Tastes normal. It's just milk.
It's as classic as it gets. And now let's test the Viking milk, guys. Erling Haaland's milk directly collected from the farm. Oh my, directly. I thought it would smell like a farm, so like cows and all. But actually, it just smells like regular milk. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't see any difference. It tastes like the milk I just drank. There's no difference.
Oh, it's milk, you know?
It's a little creamier. But other than that, guys, it's the same taste as normal milk. So actually, between raw milk and the milk we drink every morning with cereal, there's not really a difference. I think this myth is strange.
I think he overdid Holland this time.
I think he overdid Haaland this time. Maybe in the long term, Haaland is right. It's better for health raw milk. But to me, this myth is false. It won't make you better at football.
The next myth comes from Lionel Messi's shoelaces.
Lionel Messi? I can't stand that guy.
The next myth comes from Lionel Messi's shoelaces. Lionel Messi, I can't stand the guy. Many people have noticed that during his matches, Lionel Messi cuts his shoelaces and burns them to shorten them.
Is it crazy or what?
Do you know why he does that?
I don't know. Tell me.
It allows the laces to be exactly the right size, neither too long nor too short, and they don't bother him during the game.
Honestly, I get it. There's nothing worse than shoelaces that are too long dragging while you're playing soccer. So I get that Messi was smart in this instance. But the problem with Messi's myth is that if you burn your shoelaces and his myth is false and doesn't work, well, you've burned the laces of a pretty expensive pair of shoes anyway.
Guys, these are Messi's boots. They cost me 200 euros. If this myth is false, guys, I'll be disappointed in Messi.
Guys, I hope for your sake that this myth is true, because otherwise those Messi cleats, they might as well go in the trash. If your shoelaces are cut or burned, it's straight to the trash.
Let's move to the operating table to perform this myth. Here we go. Guys, I'm set up on the operating table. I have my scissors and my lighter. And we're going to perform this Lionel Messi myth. I'm going to test it on at least one pair to see if there's a big difference or not. Because Oh wow, guys, I cut Messi's shoelaces. And then guys, you have to burn it. Oh la la Messi, what should be done for these myths? Oh la la guys, look, it's getting all black, it's burning. Oh la la guys, like it's like much less on against Brisé. Oh, does Messi? What do you think? Miss? Oh, like it's look, it's turn back. It's burning. Oh, like it's the difference. At least we Messi with international. Listen, we're gonna test this too. Let's go. Here are Messi's original cleats, and here are the cleats with the legend of Messi. Okay, so here it is with shoelaces, and now it's for the cleats with the legend of Messi. Let's go. Guys, with the soccer cleats, where we cut and burn the shoelace, it seems like we're playing with cleats without laces. But guys, since we still have shoelaces and it's really tight, for real, I think the myth is incredible. But guys, since this time, all honesty, I spit and could also Ronaldo test and see the shoelace on slow. Okay, there are the shoelaces, guys. Okay, so the shoelaces get in the way a bit. And now we're gonna test with the cleats. We have cut the shoelace. Oh la la, guys. Oh, the ball feels good. This is unbelievable. For me, the myth about Lionel Messi's shoelaces is true.
Did you know that after every match, Cristiano Ronaldo takes an ice bath in a professional sports bathtub? And this technique allows him to always be efficient and never get injured. And that's why until today, he is 40 years old and still plays at the highest level. And when I say ice bath, it's not just a bath with cold water. It's literally a bath with ice cubes. Look at that. Here's the bath. I'm going to fill it with ice cubes to make the same bath as Ronaldo. The bath is filled with ice cubes, just like Ronaldo's bath. Let's go, guys. Here we go. We're going to test the myth. I'm really scared. I've never done this in my life. 3, 2, 1. Oh, guys. I feel my muscles relaxing. It's super cold. I don't know how Ronaldo does it, but it's sure that it's true. It's confirmed.
There's a myth about goalkeepers that was created by Gianluigi Buffon, which says that this goalkeeper spoke to his pals before each match. And so when the ball went towards the goal post, it never went in off the post. For me, this myth looks a little bit strange, but you know what? We're going to try it, and maybe, just maybe, it could work. Follow me. I am Gianluigi Buffon. I don't know how to speak Italian, but I will talk to the goalposts. Guys, today no goals that go in, only shots hitting the post and going out. No shots hitting the post and going in. Now that I've talked to them, we'll see if these polls will save me or if they'll be traitors.
Yeah, guys, I think Zach is talking nonsense. This myth about Buffon won't work. You'll see. I'll hit a goalpost shot, and those goalposts will make it count. Oh, wow, guys, what is this myth?
It's crazy how his legend really worked. He's truly a great Gianluigi Buffon. The myth is confirmed, my friend.
Football players have a trick when they run out of deodorizer for cleats. Do you know what he's using?
What are they using?
They use tea for more than just their cleats smelling bad.
Wait, this is totally crazy. The tea we drink in the morning, you're going to put it in the smelly cleats and tell me it's going to smell good there?
According to the myth, it is supposed to be true, tea bags remove bad smells. And that works out well. Yesterday, I played football all day with my cleats. Look, honestly, they are in a bad state, full of sweat.
Ah, the smell, guys. I can't imagine.
Oh, so guys, honestly, he smells like someone who played football all day. If you had played, it would have smelled the same. We're going to test putting bags inside to see if it smells. So look here. Since yesterday I had a big match, I played for at least 5 hours straight.
Put the whole box.
Yeah, we'll put in 4. Oh, there you go. We'll put in 4. You put it in, shake it a bit, and now we're going to leave it for a few hours to see if it still smells after with the tea bags or not. The long-awaited moment after several hours. Let's just see if the studs I used smell good or not.
For me, guys, this myth, it won't work. It must be false, that.
Guys, the cleat is here. I'm putting the tea bags inside. And now let's see. It smells nice, like the truth smells.
Guys, it's true that tea bags improved the smell of your stinky cleats.
Not calm it smelled, they improved the smell of my cleats with which I played so logically. I confirm this myth. The next myth is about Neymar Jr. After returning to Brazil to his original club Santos, Neymar complained about a very special football item. The ball from the penalty brand is widely used in all matches in Brazil by the Brazilian Federation.
But wait, don't tell me you brought that ball straight from Brazil.
Guys, this ball is made in Brazil. It's written on the back. The brand is indeed penalty, and it's exactly the ball that annoyed Neymar.
But wait, Neymar got angry? What did he say?
He really got angry. He lost a match. And right after he said the following words, without wanting to offend the brand penalty. So the brand is just here. This ball is really lousy, and that's his own words. He actually said that.
But wait, are you sure it wasn't Neymar who was a sore loser after a match?
Honestly, considering Neymar is the king and he has won pretty much everything in his career, I think he couldn't care less about the matches in Santos and the games in Brazil. So I don't think he's a sore loser. I honestly think this myth seems true. But you have to test it directly by trying this ball. And what's crazy with this ball is that Zine doesn't know. It's that it's completely made, like the Jabulani ball. You know, the rigged World Cup ball that went all over the place. Maybe that's why Neymar didn't really like it.
I just found out that the ball has the same composition as the Jabulani ball. Normally, this ball is supposed to be amazing. That's what we're going to see. Let's go. Guys, first try. Oh la la, but guys, first shot the ball, it flies. I think I agree with Neymar. Let's see on the second try. Let's go, second try. Let's see if, according to Neymar, this is the worst ball that exists. Oh la la, guys, what a crazy goal I just scored. Guys, actually, I recognize it. It's the same composition as the Jabulani ball. It means that sometimes there are crazy goals and other times it can just fly away. You saw I made 2 shots. I succeeded in 1 out of 2, so for me, this Neymar myth is mixed.
Did you know that in all the training centers and professional clubs, there is a myth that says players put cleats either in hot or cold to make them softer and more comfortable?
So, before training, they put them in a cold machine to make the cleats more comfortable.
Exactly. Basically, in big clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United, before training, players put their cleats in a cold bin to make them more flexible and comfortable. But that's a myth for now. So what I did is I brought a real fridge, and we're going to put the cleats in it and see if that makes them more comfortable.
You ready? I hope your cleats don't end up frozen.
I didn't bring a refrigerator for nothing. I hope this myth is really true. Okay, let's go open the fridge. Let's put the cleats inside. Will they fit? Because ours isn't a real cleat rack. Those guys over there have a fridge, but they usually have a big specialized bin for shoes. For us, it's really a fridge, not meant for shoes. All right, let's go now. Close the fridge. We'll come back later to see if this myth is true. It's now been over 30 minutes since we left the cleats in the fridge. Let's open it.
Exactly like the players.
They're really, really cold.
Oh la la, looks like we're getting a drink from the fridge.
Seems like we're really coming out with something completely fresh. You're going to try them and tell us straight away if the comfort is improved or if it's not true.
Guys, I took the cleats out of the fridge. They're all cold. Let's put them on and see if they're comfortable. Oh my, the guys, it's frozen inside, it's cold. Honestly, as soon as you put them on, it's quite a sensation. The myth that says to put your cleats in the freezer is true.
There's a myth that says if you put a ball in a washing machine, the ball will come out like new, as if it just came out of the store. I've never tried that in my life, and honestly, it looks quite dangerous, but we're going to try it in the washing machine.
Do you think it works or not?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Usually balloons are hand-washed, but we'll still try to find out.
Guys, the ball's all dirty. Let's see if it works.
Come on, you put it in the machine.
Let's get it rolling. Here we go.
Close it tight. Otherwise, guys, if it's not closed, the ball will go all over the place. So we put the ball in the washing machine for 30 minutes. It's now been 30 minutes that the ball has been washed in the Testons machine. Let's test and see if it's like new, like in the store.
Do you think it's going to work or not? Here we go. Let's go.
Honestly, I can see the ball from here. It's average.
Oh la la. Guys, the ball's already wet. And on top of that, it's still black.
He's all wet and still has black marks, guys. They're synthetic field marks. Honestly, I think that with a good brush and good soap, it would have worked better than the washing machine. The washing machine, the myth is false. Never do that. It's failed. The jersey I am currently wearing is the third Bayern Munich jersey. There's a hidden myth about this jersey.
But what is this myth?
It's very simple. This myth was started by Jamal Musiala, a player from Bayern, who complained after several matches about the disastrous quality of the jersey.
Why? What's wrong with this jersey?
In fact, at every match, Musiala's jersey would tear. So he was making a story to say that the jersey was tearing. And he said that especially this jersey, it just kept tearing.
So the myth is that the Bayern Munich red jersey doesn't tear, but this jersey in particular rips every time.
Exactly. I don't know what the reason is, but this jersey, maybe the quality is not as good. Basically, it tears much more easily.
Is this jersey made of paper or what for it to tear?
In any case, Musiala started that myth, and we need to see if it's real or not. So I suggest you design me a really awesome jersey however you like, and then we'll see if it works or not.
Let's go. Guys, I'm a defender in the middle of a match. Musiala's going to speed up. What do I do? Stay here. Stay here. I'm shooting.
Honestly, guys, we pulled a lot, more than I have in every match. And I can tell you something, I think this myth is false.
It's false. I don't know what Musiala did with his jersey, but I think he must have torn his jersey.
The defender, he must have had a knife or something. But honestly, guys, I'm telling you the truth. Zach used all his strength and nothing tore. So the myth is false. Several journalists saw Mbappé having something before his training.
What's he taking?
He just takes an applesauce. And supposedly, he eats this applesauce right before training. It improves him in everything in football. So he's better at training while having an applesauce.
Wait, before testing it, do you think it's going to work or is it fake?
Honestly, if you think about it, applesauce is basically like a fruit. And in a fruit, there's sugar, vitamins, and everything needed to be better. So logically, I think it's true.
Go ahead, test the myth. Take the applesauce and we'll see if it works or not. You will tell us if you will have more energy. Now, let's go.
And besides, if you look closely, Mbappé consumed it all at once, not little by little. He consumed it like a magic potion.
Go ahead, do it. Let's go, guys. Mbappé, do you feel like Mbappé?
Honestly, guys, a lot of fruit sugar was a treat for me. For me, guys, I feel good here. The myth is confirmed. The next football legend is Adama Traoré. One of the most muscular players who had a big problem on the field was that he was always caught by the other players. And the solution he found for that is baby oil. Basically, it's simple. Adama Traoré used to put baby oil absolutely everywhere on his arms, and the opponents were no longer able to catch him. So there's a myth that says baby oil prevents any kind of chafing, whether it's on the body or clothing. Let's see if this myth is true.
Guys, Adama Traoré's oil is here. And here we go. We're going to put it all over the body. Oh la la, guys, that's gross. Let's see if the myth will work or not. Oh wow, guys, this is disgusting. Well, let's see if the myth will work or not. Look, guys, my arm's rolling, and we'll see if it works or not.
Imagine that on the field. Zinedine is Adama Traoré. He is full of oil, and he is in front of me. I'm further away. I'm a defender. I need to catch up with him.
Are you coming?
The truth is, it's a hassle to catch.
Guys, look how it slides.
Guys, I can't catch it. Guys, my hands are full of oil, and on top of that, Zine has become like a bar of soap. It's totally slippery. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know if it's allowed by football and FIFA, but in any case, it's a super powerful myth. For me, it's approved.
The following myth comes from Vinicius and Lamine Yamal. Look at what Crypto did. He put on rings like Lamine Yamal. He's really crazy. The common point between these two players, Yamal and Vinicius, is that they each have braces. And some people say it's thanks to that dental brace that Crypto got that they are strong. Except that for me, he was buying them for nothing. Because look at Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, the two greatest of all time in football, they don't have braces. The myth, guys, it's purely aesthetic. Crypto bought them for nothing.
The next myth that Zach is going to try is a myth for a guardian. And this myth was created by the Danish Kasper Schmeichel. You know him or not?
Who is he?
Guys, he's a legend as a goalkeeper, and Kasper Schmeichel did a technique we call the Danish catch. He catches the ball, not like all goalkeepers with their hands or fists. He catches the ball, making sure it goes onto his arms and traps it like this. It's called the Danish grip that comes from his country.
What is this crazy move?
And with this technique, throughout his career, he managed to catch the balls more easily and became a football legend. So you are going to try this technique and see if it works or not.
First, try with a normal stop. Let's go. Guys, I stopped it with my hands. It's simple. Let's move on to the Danish grip. The guys, according to Schmeichel, I think he did it like that to catch the ball. It means either I managed to catch the ball or the ball hits me in the head. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Guys, it's really cool though. Now I'm going to train with this technique and we'll see if I can stop as many goals as with my hands. Let's go. Guys, this technique is only good when the ball comes to you. Guys, this technique is only good when the ball comes straight at you. However, when it goes to the side, it's the worst thing. So, this myth is really not valid.
The next football legend is a defender legend. Most defenders use metal cleats. The reason is simple. It's because we slip much less with it. And all this is thanks to Nike, who created the anti-clog technology. This technology allows less clogging of mud at the bottom of the cleats.
Does this mean that with the new Nike technology, if we play on a muddy field, it doesn't get clogged?
Saying that with the new Nike technology, if we play on a muddy field, it doesn't get clogged. It's normally designed so that no dirt or grass sticks here. In any case, there are fewer than non-traditional cleats, also known as molded ones. Well, honestly, I'm telling you the truth. It's a very widespread myth, and I trust Nike, so I think it works. But what I'm suggesting you do is really test this myth. We are currently on a muddy field, and you are going to use regular cleats here. I will take metal cleats. We'll run behind, and in the end, if my cleats are less clogged than yours, then the myth is true.
I hope your technology will work. Let's go.
I hope your technology will work. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start the test. I have metal cleats. You have regular plastic cleats. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, start.
Guys, I feel like it's getting a bit tricky. It's obvious.
You feel it's catching a bit. You can see it. You can see it. Oh my, that noise. It's time for the verdict. Is this myth real? 3, 2, 1.
Oh la la.
Oh wow, wait, you covered dirt there. Me, there's absolutely nothing.
Hey guys, there's soil here, but there's not much soil for you. So guys, the myth is true.
The next myth is about a well-known player, Achraf Hakimi. Do you know what he uses to improve his performance and especially his endurance?
I don't know, some Powerade?
Not Powerade, Vicks. It's a kind of cream that you apply right here, and this cream needs to be applied to the chest area. And basically what's going to happen is that it will help you improve your endurance, open up your lungs, and you should be able to run for a longer time.
That's why Hakimi doesn't stop running. He runs everywhere.
Guys, he has unlimited endurance precisely because of that, according to the myth. It's not just him who uses it. There are players as well, known as him like Vinicius, and even legends like Vieira. And it's really something known by players, and we're going to test if it's true or not. What I'm suggesting is, since you're wearing a PSG jersey just like Hakimi, you're the one who's going to apply this Vapor Up cream, and we are going to compete in an endurance series to see if you can last longer than me in this race. Are you ready?
Guys, I'm ready. I'm going to put on the cream. Let's go. Let's go, guys, to put on the cream. Oh, la la, guys, look, it's all that. And we put it all over the body. That means, guys, in the lungs, wherever you want. Well, I'm thought that he does get some noise where a noise number one personally was right, double knows where on is noise road.
Okay, you applied the Vapor Up cream, so technically you should be able to run longer. Technically. Personally, I don't believe it at all. We'll keep going back and forth until one of us gives up. 3, 2, 1.
Guys, I feel good. My lungs are fine. I'm breathing, guys.
Bro, you only made one round trip. That's not where you'll see it.
Guys, I'm ahead on crypto. It's working.
Are you getting tired?
Guys, I'm starting to get tired.
I know him. He's starting to be knocked out. That guy. He is cooked. He is cooked.
It's good. I have more stamina. Guys, I don't have the endurance of Hakimi. You have more endurance than me.
No, guys. I told you all about Vapor Rub and other stuff. The best thing is to exercise. You think it's going to be really magical, but that's not how it works.
Vapor Rub, it's true that it helps you breathe better and all, but the myth that says Vapor Rub improves endurance is completely false.
For me, it's more comfortable. We feel more at ease, but for me, it's wrong. In a Nike commercial, Ronaldinho managed to do over 20 juggles with a blindfold on.
Guys, Ronaldinho is the best at juggling.
Technically, in juggling, he's the best. There is a myth that was created by this commercial, which says that if you do more than 10 juggles blindfolded, you have the level of a professional player. You don't have Ronaldinho's level because he did 20 juggles, but with 10 juggles, you're a pro.
Oh la la, guys, you know what's 10 juggles seeing only black? You are blindfolded and can't see the ball.
Exactly.
It means that it's you and your instinct.
I'm not even sure you can do 10 juggles with your eyes open, let alone with your eyes closed. That would be difficult. All right, let's go. I'm the one who's going to try.
He puts himself in Ronaldinho's shoes, and I tell you a prediction. He misses the first juggle. It's a sinker.
I see absolutely nothing for me. You have 3.
It's failed, guys. It's 4. Here we go. This is his first try. Let's go. 1, 2, oh la la. Guys, he did 2 juggles. Is that difficult or not?
For real, you can do 1 juggle, 2 juggles, because that's usual in football. But the third one is impossible.
You know why the third one is impossible? Because the ball went too far and you couldn't see it.
I see nothing. I'm going to make my second attempt. And like, if you think I really won't manage to do the 10 juggles, second attempt, I'm going to try to do 10 juggles. In any case, everyone knows that I'm not a professional football player. But if I manage to do 10, it means that the myth is false.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh! You still juggled 4 times.
Honestly, 4 tricks is not bad, right?
Honestly, doing 4 juggles is not bad, but the legend of Ronaldinho, that's at least 10 juggles. Ali's first gone mad, by my run to you, so Mali semester on the rest of them.
Guys, it's really super complicated to try it at home. If you have a headband, you will struggle. In soccer, there have always been particular myths at the level of penalty kicks, and I have 2 very specific ones in mind that we are going to try. You are going to choose a myth. I am going to choose a myth. We'll see if they're false or if they're true.
For me, the method I'll use for taking the penalty is the one by Ousmane Dembélé. His trick is that he uses his weaker foot to deceive the goalkeeper, making it easier to score his penalties. The only issue with this myth is that you need to have a good bad foot, otherwise you're toast.
Before each penalty, Jorginho makes a small jump to unsettle the goalkeeper, and supposedly it works every time. So I'll try this little jump on a penalty kick and see if I score a goal.
Guys, it started off on the wrong foot. The myth of Dembélé at the penalty. Dembélé? No, guys.
My turn to try Jorginho's myth of a jump before the kick. 3, 2, 1. Magnificent top corner, guys. It's a total goal. The myth of Jorginho for me is confirmed. The next myth is a myth created by trainers. Sitting on a ball while waiting can deform the ball. All the coaches were telling me that.
Do you think this myth is really real or not?
Honestly, since everyone says that, I think it must be true.
You know what? Just sit for another 5 minutes, and let's see if that ball's gonna get deformed.
I've been sitting on this ball for 5 minutes now, and I'm really comfortable. Like if you think it's going to be completely misshapen.
10 minutes have passed, and here I'm your coach, and I tell you to get off the ball, and you're gonna deform it.
Chill, dude. It's a myth. It's a myth.
Oh!
Honestly, guys, I feel like in terms of shape, you can tell it's a bit flattened. Honestly, the truth is I only stayed for 10 minutes, so imagine if I stayed for 2, 3, or 4 hours on it.
So the myth of coaches, it's validated.
Well, the myth, of course, is confirmed. You better have liked. The next legend is a well-known football myth. Here we have a pair of cleats that is very, very dirty, very used. How many matches have you played with them?
Guys, I've played the whole season with it. There's dirt and everything.
Clean them! And so I have a tip for cleaning them really well. Instead of cleaning them with soap like you usually do, like you used to do, you clean them with Pepsi. Why Pepsi? It's very simple. First, Pepsi is sweet. Sugar helps clean well. On top of that, it's one of the most acidic drinks, which means the acidity will clean better than soap.
Wait, are you sure your myth works on that?
That is according to the myth, and I am sure it works. Pepsi and Coca-Cola both are very acidic, so they clean well everything like cleats and all elements. We put them in the basin and test it right away with the Pepsi. Obviously, guys, we took expired Pepsi to avoid waste.
Come on, guys, I'm putting on my cleats. Oh, I hope you're not going to ruin my cleats there. Guys.
3, 2, 1! And then I pour it over the cleats. You can't just rub it. It's not magic.
Wait already, does it work without friction? There is color.
Oh yeah, there's color, huh? Yeah, but why not remove no detergent? And so much please, so much run up at it. But you scrub. And normally they become like new. When I say new, it's better than soap. And here we go. I pour it. And you just have to scrub. And it should normally become just like new.
Guys, let's get started and scrub. Guys, it's attacking. Oh, it's attacking the soccer pair. It's going well.
There's the acidity, there are the bubbles, there's the sugar.
But wait, look at the color.
It's really crazy. The team, I don't know if you have nothing to do with it, but compared to how they were at the start, they are practically new. You can see the tips. You can see the original color. They were filled with earth.
Also, look, it doesn't even stick. That means it actually works.
I'm telling you the truth. For me, it's totally confirmed. Anyway, it's known that Pepsi and Coca-Cola are used for cleaning. So for me, the myth is completely confirmed.
The next football legend, that's from Jude Bellingham.
Everyone knows him, guys. Jude Bellingham playing at Real Madrid. I think I've heard of this myth about Jude Bellingham a few years ago. He really hurt his shoulder badly. To be able to continue playing his matches without stopping or undergoing surgery, he wore what is called a shoulder brace. The myth that has been created around this shoulder brace is very simple. And since then, Jude Bellingham has never had shoulder pain again, as if he had no problem. He was getting shoulder bumps. He fell, and it didn't hurt. So this alleged sling completely cancels out all shoulder damage.
Just know that Bellingham had it hidden under his jersey. Nobody saw it, meaning he was pumped up and ready. He wasn't using a simple brace. He was using a brace almost like a rugby player, like an NFL player.
He used a brace almost like a rugby player, an NFL player. It's really crazy, guys. It's incredible. The question now is what? How do I bring this up? Do I need to hit you? What do I need to do?
What I think you're going to do is put yourself in the shoes of a soccer player. You're going to bump my shoulder, and I'll fall on it. If it protects me, that means Bellingham was right. Let's go, I'm like Jude Bellingham.
We are in a match. I am a Barca player. Go Bellingham!
Ah! Guys, I fell on my shoulder and I absolutely felt the impact. It hurts too much, so the myth of Bellingham is false.
I am one of Ronaldo's biggest fans, and there is a myth about Ronaldo that says even in training, he does his iconic Siu celebration. Supposedly, the goal is for him to already be doing his celebrations to motivate himself and to put himself in the same conditions as the match. So I'm going to do the celebration and see if it motivates me. Here we go. I'm doing the Ronaldo celebration. Sui. Before the game, whether it is training or the match itself, you need to be in match mode. To celebrate, we have to do everything like a match. And it's true that's motivating. Ronaldo is nearly 1,000 goals. It's not for nothing. So for me, the myth of the GOAT Ronaldo is confirmed.
The next myth is from Xabi Alonso. He is one of the best free kick takers. And he had a trick he used on free kicks, which was that before each free kick, he would fake to see if the wall would jump. If the wall jumps on the fake, it means that Xabi Alonso should take the free kick under the wall. And if the wall doesn't fall, it means he will have to shoot over the wall. Let's go. We'll test it. Come on, guys, let's go.
Oh, that's not allowed.
Yes, guys, I scored. The myth of Xabi Alonso on free kicks is confirmed.
And if you enjoyed this video where we test all the footballer myths, click here in the top right to watch a video where we test Temu football products. Click, you will be shocked by the products.